because of all the lake enhancement that we get. But this was a quick system that brought some clouds to our region, maybe a couple of sprinkles that you noticed across the area today. A lot of us stayed dry. That's exactly how we thought it would play out. And now we're starting to see those clouds clear out from north to south across the region, allowing us to tap into a lot more of that sunshine tomorrow, which in turn will start to warm up those temperatures as well. So if you've been enjoying this weather pattern, you've got plenty more days to get out and really take full advantage of it before we eventually have to talk about some rain chances finally making a little bit of a return to the forecast. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a washout, but at least it's our next best opportunity to find some rain. Live look from our apartment tower camera tonight. Things are quiet here in northeast Ohio. We have those high clouds still trying to work their way down to the south, but they're doing so very quickly. So a lot of the thickest of that cloud cover is actually down by the Ohio River right now. So it's leaving a lot of us quiet, a little drier, and certainly a little cooler as well in its wake. Ashtabula is already down to 54 degrees, a little rain 58, Worcester right now 57. A lot of us that have dealt with a bit more of the clouds today and through the course of this evening still checking in low to mid 60s across the area, but more of us going to be back into the kind of that low to mid 50-degree range by early tomorrow morning. Very light winds overnight, and once those clouds clear out of your area, it's going to efficiently allow that temperature to drop very quickly. And again, a little warmer than where we have been the last couple of evenings, but kind of all within that ballpark of that low to mid 50-degree range, which is very seasonable for this time of the year. Then tomorrow, we're headed back for the mid to upper 70s during the afternoon. If you're going to be up near the lakeshore, a little bit of a stronger lake breeze that's going to be working in. That northeast wind, probably closer to about 10 to 15 miles per hour, going to take your temperature and cool it off by a couple of degrees. Then say some of those places farther inland. We'll talk about how much warmer this temperature can get before the big changes and that rain chance coming up in just a few minutes. Talking about that, well, we still have this big bubble of high pressure. We've been talking about it extensively through a good majority of this last week. It's what really just kind of kept us largely to just clouds through the day today, and it is what's going to be responsible for bringing back a lot of this sunshine, not only through the day tomorrow, but through the upcoming work week as well. And eventually your temperatures are going to respond, where you're going to be warming back into the 70s and 80s pretty much each and every afternoon. However, that high pressure system has to break down at some point, and it looks like as we get towards the end of this next week, we will start to see that happen, where we are eventually able to bring back a slightly better opportunity for some rain back into the forecast. How great is that rain chance? I'll be honest, right now it's not necessarily the best we've ever seen, but it at least is something to talk about in the rain department, and that hasn't really been much that we've been able to say throughout a good majority of the month of September thus far. You'll notice over the course of the overnight, temperatures slowly falling from the 60s and 50s back kind of closer to where we should be for this time of the year, that low to mid 50-degree range. That's very seasonable, very typical for mid-September here in northeast Ohio. The reason for the differences in temperatures here all across the region is because of that lingering cloud cover that's essentially still out here now and will eventually be clearing out over the next couple of hours. By the time we get up tomorrow morning, we may still have a little bit of cloud cover, maybe a couple areas of patchy fog, but outside of that, look at how clear our future view stays pretty much from start to finish tomorrow. All that sunshine helps to warm our temperature up very efficiently. Lunchtime temperatures about low to mid 70s all across the area. And you'll notice the difference from our lakeshore versus spots inland. And that's because we don't have these strong southerly winds to essentially counteract a lake breeze each and every afternoon. So lakeshore will stay cooler than spots farther inland, but still, I mean, you're falling within that very seasonable category as temperatures remain kind of mid to upper 70s to about low to mid 80s. If you're farther to the south, enjoy some of the warmer weather that we will have in place tomorrow. Like I said, active weather out to our west, that's going to stay there until this area of high pressure can break down. We'll see if we can't get a couple clouds out of an east coast system that tries to inch its way northward. Outside of that, though, I'm not really seeing a great opportunity for rain come together until we get into the later part of Friday and eventually into Saturday. Right now, data shifting, less rain likely Friday, more so potentially as we get into your Saturday afternoon. I'll talk about all of that coming up here in the next half hour.